Welcome back, peeps. So this time we've got a Merc in. It's an E-Class 2012 Cabriolet. As you can see, there's no roof. And what we'll be doing is I'm going to be installing the power cables, basically subwoofer, but I don't have a sub. Customer's going to be wiring it up later on himself. So basically that's what it looks. Come on, focus. Yeah. So that's the E-Class Cabriolet, and we'll be installing a high to low input converter on the Headunit because it's still factory and he's keeping it all factory. More than likely be removing the glove box as well and basically installing the cables from the front to the back into the boot. As we know, when you've put your roof down, that's all the room you've got. So the subwoofer is basically going to be sitting more than likely at the front in here, and I'm going to extend the cables all the way to here. We'll use a fast plug for quick connect disconnect, and then you can just lift this compartment up and hide the cables away. So he's only going to be he's running edge plug and edge subwoofer with a built-in amplifier. So we only really need an 8 gauge wiring kit. I'm using a Vibe one, and we'll be installing this Vibe fast plug, so you can just connect and disconnect your sub at any time of point and wanting. Remove RCAs, disconnect that power supply, and that's it. So the first thing, I'm gonna basically install the high to low input converter. So I'm gonna have to remove this Headunit. It's not gonna be in this video. I'm gonna have a video separately how to remove this Headunit. If you want to see it, check in my look through my videos. There's gonna be a video how to remove this Headunit, but everything apart from that is kind of gonna be in this video. How to run the cable from the front to the back, glove box removal, and all the rest of the bits that we'll have to remove. So I'm gonna go get that Headunit out, and then we'll proceed with the high to low input converter install. Right then, peeps, so the Headunit has been removed. Like I said, you can find that on the video separately. So now it's time to wire in high to low input converter. I'm just using a Vibe one that's got the remote out at the same time as the converter. This is really handy because you don't have to tap into any things like some cables wiring, or normally what I'll do is I'll tap into fuse box for the remote out, but this one, all you do is you attach yellow to the positive, black to the ground, and blue one is your remote out. So it's like basically auto sensors. As soon as there is something going to the speaker wires, it clicks in and sends the power to the subwoofer. So this is really handy to have. Yes, you can buy the cheap ones that don't have this sort of thing, then you have to tap into other places and blah blah blah. So this makes it much easier to run it all straight away without any issues. So what we'll be doing is I'm gonna disconnect this little plug from here so I can get more reach, stretch the cables out. So just press it and it should just release. Well, it's quite hard for me to do with one hand. And then basically these are your speaker outputs. All on the outside they are the positives, and closer to the middle they are the negatives. So just pick either one of these two wires, and then basically, since it's a subwoofer, you don't need 4 channels sort out, but you can do it mono. So gray black and white black, you can attach them together, and then white and the gray, which are positives, you attach them together, and then accordingly, so white and gray positives are going to be going onto this side, positive side, and obviously the brown, grey, white, and black and grey, white, they're going onto the negative side, and then basically orange, yellow one, power on, battery plus goes to the red one, and the black one goes to the grey one, the brown one, sorry. And that's basically it. From there on you can run your RCAs, which we'll be doing later on, alongside all the way to the back. So I'm gonna set you up, and we'll proceed and install this high to low converter, so we can crack on with removing the glove box and installing the power cables from the front to the back. Right, so let's get this controller in. Well, converter. Like I said, you just press that tab, just push that one out, and then you've got a little bit more room to play with. So you need to dewire the, well, get rid of some of the, I'm actually going to include this one off as well.
We're going to chop your cat up a little bit here. Okay, them up.
Might as well make us a cup of them.
You're pushing up. Right. I'll try and catch up with some more fucking loose ends now. To be honest, didn't know where any good start is.
Right, so what we'll do is I'm gonna choose the front. I believe this is the front rear. It doesn't really matter which one you choose to, but as long as it sends the full signal, and it's going to convert into bass at the subwoofer at the end of the days anyway. So spread them out. So basically, green brown is going to be your negative, and the solid green is going to be the positive. So like I said, grab these and twist them together. Positives, two positives together. And they're both negative. Then to split open the wire like that, open it up, and attach your wires accordingly to positive and the negative. So the green is positive, so positive goes inside here. Tape it all up nicely and proceed with the rest of the wires exactly the same. So, like so, that's basically your converter is ready, and all you've got left to do is, well, you can attach it, solder them, do whatever you want to, and this, and what I like to do is I like to just attach a butt connector or spade connector, and then attach it to my remote key wire that's going to be run all the way down. It's entirely up to you what you want to do, but that's how I do it. So I'm just going to tape all this up a little bit more, so it's here, and then we'll proceed removing the glove box and doing the other things. Like that. Now let's remove the glove box. Right, so the glove box. If you open it up there, I'm not sure whether you'll be able to get in there with a screwdriver, but there is screws just up in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top of there, and then I'm gonna remove this plastic cover because I'm gonna remove it anyways, and it actually holds the glove box part on one of these on one of these sections. So I believe so I'm gonna have to use a ratchet again to get in there. So I've got this one palm ratchet for the small bits, but I think I'm gonna have to break them off with a normal ratchet first. So let's do it. And that's how you remove the glove box. So basically, let me explain to you what was going on. So basically, when you open the glove box, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on the top. Then on the bottom there, like that, there is another screw in there, which is located in there. And then there is another one just on this side of the corner. And then you need to remove that plastic piece that I did before. And there's 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. So basically this is your plastic piece. So 1, 2, 3. That's the screws that you need to remove to take out the glove box. So now we can actually see the trunking where we're going to be feeding the cable. 2 seconds. So basically that's where the cable is going to go for the power, and we need to remove the battery and all sort of stuff to get access to it, to be honest. So get this up. I love the Merc bonnets. They go all the way up. Look at that beauty. So basically you've got 3 clips in there to remove the plastic piece. this plastic piece here, that's for your air filters or whatever the hell it is for. So that sits in there. So you remove that, then we'll have to undo these 10mm bolts on either side, and we'll lift this off, and then 13mm in there, and then you can remove this whole battery tray thing, because we need to get in that part in there. So let me do this, and I'll show you what it looks when the battery is gone. Right, so the battery is out. That's what it looks empty. So you've got to disconnect the drain for the acid and undo the 13mm bolt that holds the bracket in there. So now, as you can see, I've got a screwdriver sticking out through there. That's how I normally poke the hole through. You just go off the side. It's not going to damage your wiring, no nothing. I start off normally with a small one to poke the first hole, and then basically you see now it's going in and out nice and easy. I usually put some Vaseline on there or oil or whatever, so it like lubricates, so you can get it through easier. Then grab some hard wire like that, and what we'll do is we'll feed that through. From this side, and then the pull cable into here through the trunking. So basically now it's quite easy to get it in there like that, and then you pull a little bit out more from this side. Where's the cable? There we go. So, and now what we'll do is we'll attach the power cable. I'm going to go attach the power cable, tape it, put some more Vaseline around it or oil so it's easier to get through the rubber, and then that's how you'll be able to pull the power cable through the factory trunking. It's not going to leak, it's not going to do anything, so let me go attach the cable and then we'll pull it all the way through. Right, so I had to attach it from the engine bay side. I'm gonna have to pull all this cable through because I've got already pre-crimped ring terminal that's gonna be going on there. So that's what it looks. I put some Vaseline around so it's nice and slippy. And right, let's try and pull this thing through now. Oh no, I'm gonna have to redo this thing again. Well, just 2 seconds. Right then, attempt number 2. Now I'll put more tape, bend the head over. Let's see if we can get it through. Should go through. Sometimes it doesn't happen from the first time, to be honest, but it's one of them. It's easier than trying to feed that big fat cable all the way through. What's holding it now? Yeah, that's a success. So that's how you do it. And then you just pull it all the way through, and that's all nice and sealed. There's going to be no issues, no nothing, no leaks. Everything's going to be spot on. So now I need to cable tie this together and attach it to there, put a fuse in line, and I'm going to chuck the battery back in. Nice one. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you how it all looks finished. Right, so basically all the power cable being installed in here, everything nice and neat, took away. All I've got to do is just put that box back on, and that's it, all done in here. So off the camera I just thought, you know what, because I wouldn't be able to really show you as much. So that's where the high to low input converter is, and RCAs and basically remote cable has been attached to there. And then basically just runs underneath there, all cable tied.
Has it been a twat to do?
No, it's just been, I've got a YouTube channel.
I've seen your thing, like, I've seen it.
So I haven't had the convertible of these, so I thought I'm gonna do a YouTube video of this. So I can send you a video later on. So basically, like I said, cable goes through there, all tucked under the panels along the side here. This little rubber part is actually a whole piece, so you just pull it off in one, and then basically you got to undo these two bolts, T45s, then comes off, this panel lifts off, and you've got plenty of clearance to actually, without taking all this part off, and just goes underneath there. When you go from the boot, you've got to remove this little panel here, which holds on to which ones? The CRV E10s, and then there is a little gap in there where you can get your cables through. Ground is attached there, so what I'm gonna do now is basically all tie it all together and attach that's all going for the sub. So basically that's how you run the cables in this convertible Merc. And basically that's it. Customer was leaving with a car. Didn't get more to show you the complete finished and everything, but this is basically how you install a wiring on BMW again, on a Mercedes E-Class 2012 250. So hopefully come in handy for somebody, and all I can say is like and share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.